Hello there. Well, I'm not in lockdown anymore, but I am still in Australia, and I'm at a slightly better equipped Airbnb. And today I'm going to show you what I call NoLEmaki or NoLEmaki. And so what we're going to do is take this yakinori, which is seaweed, for making Japanese seaweed and rice rolls with different fillings. They are called norimaki, but as I'm not using rice, no rice, I'm using lentils, I'm calling them NoLEmaki with lentils or NoLEmaki with peas. I hope that's quite clear. So, first of all, I've prepped my rolling mat with cling film, and although I'm not using the particularly sticky glutinous rice, as it's called, although it actually contains no gluten, it will prevent the seaweed and the filling sticking to the mat. I basically covered it both sides, made kind of like an envelope, and sealed it down. I hope that's clear. Now, as I'm using lentils today, I don't need a bowl of water. I'm just going to put these on and spread them out with a spoon. These are red lentils, and they do lose their colour slightly when you cook them. I'm not going to tell you how to cook them, or any lentils or peas for that matter. I just want to share my ideas on using lentils or peas as a filling, and then the various fillings you can use with those. These I've cooked with some tomato puree, which helps them maintain their reddish colour and enhances their flavour tremendously. So first of all, I'm going to start by spooning out the lentils onto my seaweed roll. Now, I have heard that with the seaweed, the darker the seaweed, the better. I really don't care. It all tastes delicious. I'm going to do an even layer, leaving a little bit from this edge. I hope you can see that there at home. And spread the lentils out evenly, not too thick. Now I'm going to do this quite quickly. I hope everything's okay where you are. I happen to be in the Blue Mountains, and later on I'll be making a video with a blue theme, not a blue movie. There we go. Now the less lentils you put in, the thinner the roll will be. I'm going to make a nice fat roll. So it's completely stuffed with lentils. Now lentils have no gluten, so all these are gluten free, and they're not as calorific as the split green peas, which I have also used, and I'll show you those later. There we go. This is my NoLEmaki. So that's red lentils with tomato puree. Take it right to the edge. Some will spill out over the edge when you roll it. You can just scoop that up and pop it back in for your next roll if you want. To help tidy things up. That's it. And then just pat those down firmly. A little bit more along this edge here. I don't know if you can see that. Good. Now, red lentils and tomato, delicious on their own. But I've just basically blanched off some gorgeous asparagus, which is just coming into season somewhere in the world. I think it's in Italy, maybe the rest of Europe. And I'm going to cram this asparagus in because it's absolutely gorgeous. And what a great picture it'll make against the red lentils, red and green. Way to go, Italy. We just need a little white now. There we go. Whoever gets this end is going to be lucky. Got all the tips. Okay, now for rolling, quite simply, I hold the filling, this, press against the mat, turn down and squeeze. Running my fingers along there, making a line. Lift back, again, roll, and squeeze. Now the lines here in the mat you can line up with the seaweed and the rest lines on the rest of the mat, trying to keep your roll straight. Sometimes it can come out a bit conical. A complete cone is something completely different. They do have those in Japan. It's like a little sandwich pocket. Roll and squeeze, and then back again. I'm going to clean that off that end so that it sticks. And the final burst, I think. Here we go. Roll and squeeze. And then pull this back and see what we've got. I'm just going to pop that on a plate. Or I'll pop this on my chopping board because I'm going to chop it up. Normally I would put these in the fridge for a couple of hours, just makes them easier to cut. I'm going to attempt to cut this one today to show you. There we have it, NoLEmaki. I'm going to cut a couple of slices of this, put this out of the way, we're finished with this one. Oh, good heavens. Maybe I'll have that there. Little reminder of what we're doing. Right, now I'm going to get a very sharp knife. Don't do this at home, children. Get the help of your parents. Now again, I said this is really, really a great dish for vegans. It's all vegan, vegetarians. And the beauty of this is you can fill these with almost anything, and the kids absolutely love them. Just going to cut into this one. Oh, smells great. Couple of slices there. Put that in there, and I'm just going to let you see that. Putting this over here. Here we have it. This is noli and NoLEmaki. This one I've used some yellow lentils with butternut squash, which I roasted with some sesame oil. This one's interesting. Sorry, this is green pea. This is yellow lentils, and I've used vegetarian sausage here. Sorry, vegan sausage, completely meat-free. Plant-based, 100% plant-based, and someone has written into me with a great idea for filling these sausages. And basically, you take this one's spring onion, this is carrot, and you poke it through the middle of the sausage. Thank you. That was Mark from St. Peter's. Thank you for that idea, and makes an absolutely delightful vegan treat. This is a little bit of tofu that I marinated with some vegan fish sauce, and inside the lentils I put some malt vinegar and some dill cucumber, pickled dill, a little bit of you need some chips. You have like fish and chips, and then today, of course, beautiful, beautiful NoLEmaki with red lentils with tomatoes and filled with asparagus. Now you can ignore this. You can make a beautiful infusion with hibiscus, but we're not talking about that today. You can use traditional Japanese sushi seasoning, which is a rice wine vinegar, and mix that into the lentils. You can use any vinegar at all. With the pumpkin, I use sesame oil, and I've drizzled a little bit with my homemade rosemary oil, which is also delicious. I'm going to put that up there. And the seaweed you can buy anywhere. You can use with typical Japanese accoutrement. Sorry. Typical Japanese accoutrement. We have here, we have some pickled ginger and wasabi and some soy sauce. I don't know if you can see that there. Now, if you don't have chopsticks at hand, being here in the beautiful countryside in Australia, I just took a couple of twigs off a tree, and I'm going to see if this works. Pop that into the soy sauce, spin it around. Ah, that is divine. Perhaps I should do a video on how to make your own chopsticks, but everyone knows how to take twigs off of trees. Anyway, all that remains for me to say is stay in, stay safe, and goodbye.